we have another historical marker to discuss in today's Throwback Thursday.
And joining us this morning is Lori Kent with the Local Lou podcast. Lori, thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, this is exciting.
This is your first Throwback Thursday.
It is. And I'm kind of a history buff, so I like hearing about these things too. So I'm not sure what you're talking about today. We're going to hear it, but I think my favorite local one that I've seen so far is that tri-state historical marker, like Minnesota, South Dakota, Iowa, where you can be in 3 states at one time. But that's my favorite one. But I'm
been there, love it.
Oh yeah.
She's a buff. You're about to hear some very cool information.
Awesome.
I'm sure.
Well, let's get to it.
Absolutely. Well, today I wanted to talk about an almost forgotten airport located in what is now a really busy part of town. So it's kind of hard to understand that it used to be desolate enough to be an airport. So this historical marker is located off Kiwanis Avenue and 46th Street. It's hidden right in plain sight. And if you know where it's at, you can see it, and it's great. It talks about the 21-year-long run of Soo Skyways Airport.
So I'm trying to picture where that is. When I think of Kiwanis, I think of O'Gorman, and then it's south of there, right? 46th Street would be south? Okay.
Yep, this is more like behind like Joanne Fabrics on that kind of like S-curve part of the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the river there?
Absolutely,
Okay,
it
sure.
is right by the river.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it is definitely one that you can drive right by and just completely miss it. But I encourage you guys to stop and read it. So Soo Skyways Airport kind of came about because of the Airmail Act of 1925, which gave private companies opportunities to transport mail. Sioux Falls wanted a part of that action. We wanted some of that money. So they buy a section of land south of 41st Street, which at the time was not the 41st Street that we understand today, and they make an airport. They have a contract with Soo Skyways Airport Company, and they have 3 grass runways that make, 2 of them make an X between Western and Kiwanis Avenue, with the 3rd one running east to west along what is now 49th Street. This becomes a great area for area barnstormers. They actually have a Sioux Falls air race in 1929 to 1931. And one of the other really cool parts of this is it becomes a place to learn where to fly. And this is early aviation time, of course. Wow. And Joe Foss actually learns how to fly in 1936 at Soo Skyways. Wow. And of course, he goes on to be a decorated war pilot in World War II and our 30th governor later. And so Soo Skyways has a very rich history, but the times they were a-changin' and passenger service was where it was gonna be at, which means bigger planes, longer runways. We can't fit it here anymore.
That's what I was going to ask, what happened to it. And now that I've seen the pictures, I have seen that marker.
Wonderful.
But I haven't stopped to read it. So
drive by it.
Yes,
that's right.
So I will now.
Yeah, and so the municipal airport opens in 1939, and Soo Skyways managed to stay open for a few more years. They closed in 1946.
Wow.
And people don't even realize how rich of history we have here, truly.
Totally agree.
I am going to subscribe to your podcast.
I was going to
awesome.
say, if you're interested in hearing more, how can people do so?
Yeah, well, we have a brand new episode out today about Soo Skyways. It goes a little bit more into like the airfare part of the history, because I found that to be kind of fun to see who came here and what they did. And you can find that on localloopodcast.com.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm excited for next Thursday already. We're going to be right back after the break.